Hi everyone, my name is Devi Nepal from Southern States University Newport Beach campus. Today I'm going to give a small presentation on Portugal and its high rate of women's employment. So we have to, in understanding the high rates of employment among low educated women in Portugal, this is the subject what we are discussing today. And before that, we need to understand the driving forces and motivating factors. Why in Portugal women got higher opportunities for employment. And we have to go to the background of this country. During 1960s and early 70s up to 1974, majority of the male manpower of this country was used in wars. So because of that reason, there was significant lack of workforce. Because of that, women are forced to participate and forced to be involved in employment. And the next thing is, at the same time, there was a huge mechanical advancement in European countries. So Portugal is also part of European society, so it also get huge advancement in mechanical, especially in the manufacturing industry. So because of that, there was huge demand of the workers, and of course the male population was not available for the regular task, as they are used in the armed force and war, especially in the Western African countries. So there was a lack of manpower and women has no choice, they had to be involved in the employment. Let's move on. Now here is a beautiful view of one of the beach of Portugal, but to make this country beautiful, there is a huge contribution of female population of this country. Is all the working women, they made this country great again. Now here in my presentation, trying to include abstract, summary, introduction and conclusion. The key words used in the presentations are female employment, low educated women, Southern Europe, and Portugal and its child care. Let's move on again. Now we do a small comparison with Portugal and other European nations in women's employment. Now during that time, overall female employment of European countries is 58.3%. By the same time, Portugal was having 61.9% of female employment rate, which is higher than the average female employment rate of European countries. Now here we have Spain with 54.7%, little lower than the average, but if we compare with Portugal, it's much more lower. And Greece, 47.9%. Now we can see is way lower than the average, and of course way lower than from Portugal too. Now from here we can see why only Portugal, because Portugal had the fertility, it has the fertile environment for women to work, because as we already discussed the background, there's because of the male population was not available for the regular job, so women are used in employment, and on top of that they also need to run their family. The financial management, it was also their responsibility. Now here we talk about the privileges and advantages for the workers, especially for female workers, and we compare with Portugal and some other countries. Now, for maternity leave, we can see in Portugal there is 17 weeks fully paid leave. And in Spain, there is only 16 weeks paid leave, which is of course lower than Portugal. In Italy, there are 20 weeks paid, but only 80% of the earning. And if we compare the total amount, I believe still Portugal would be much more higher. And Greece with the 17 weeks paid 800, where we can see is very similar with Portugal and Greece. And parental, if we look to the parental leave, 3 months full-time or 6 months part-time leave in Portugal, and in Spain 36 months including maternity leave, that's unpaid. And in Italy 10 months fully paid at 30% of earnings. And in Greece 3.5 months unpaid. So that is for the parental leave. So on the other hand, we can also compare, so there are also some other comparison parameters, like what are the other advantages they're getting. So in Portugal, the breastfeeding entertainments 2 hours a day, and in Spain it is only 1 hour up to the child is 9 months. But in Portugal, the 2 hours per day, a mother can take a break every day, 2 times every day, 2 hours up to 12 months, the age of the child. Okay, and which is more than Spain. Now I don't have any data available for Italy and Greece, but overall we can say that Portugal is much more favorable for women workers. And in the conclusion, we can say that Portugal has a fertile environment for working women, because they're getting so many advantages, benefits, and the background itself, women has no choice that they had to work. Actually, Portugal has much more advantages than other Southern European countries, and significantly the woman empowering in Portugal was much more higher. Thank you for the presentation. Thank you for listening. Thank you.